Ever feel like you're watching a magic show when crypto prices go haywire?
Right.
Like, what just happened?
Yeah.
It's not magic, though.
No, it's manipulation happening right there in the order book.
And today, we're going behind the scenes to show you how it's done. We've got this wild research paper breaking down a real manipulation case. ETH and USDT on Binance.
Uh-huh.
They use this tool, MetaQuant. It's like an X-ray for the order book. Gives you this crazy detailed view of how liquidity moves.
Yeah, most order books are just flat, confusing. This brings it to life. You see the manipulation instantly.
No more shadowy figures. We're turning the lights on, exposing the tactics.
Exactly. And it all starts with understanding. The order book isn't just for trades.
Right.
It tells you what the market's really thinking right now.
Okay, so unpack that a bit. Most people see the order book, it's just numbers.
Right. But those numbers tell a story. They show you who's winning, buyers or sellers, where the price is most likely to break.
Which is where liquidity comes in.
Absolutely. Think of liquidity as the fuel that drives the price. Lots of liquidity is like trying to move a mountain.
Hard to change.
But when there are gaps in liquidity,
Uh-oh.
that's when things get interesting.
Interesting how.
Someone can exploit those gaps. Think of a dance floor, right?
Okay.
If it's evenly spread, hard to make a big impact. But if there's a big empty space...
You move a few people in, suddenly everyone's looking.
Exactly. Those empty spaces, that's where manipulators thrive. They exert maximum influence with minimal effort.
Sneaky.
In this case study, they documented a 10-step manipulation sequence. We see this happening real time.
10 steps. All right, break it down. What's first?
Step 1 is deceptive because it looks normal.
Okay.
What they call a homogeneous order book. Buy and sell orders, they're pretty balanced.
So everything seems fine.
Exactly. Lull people into a false sense of security.
Calm before the storm. How do they mess it up?
Step 2, very subtle. They create a hole in the order book.
A hole.
Imagine a brick wall, nice and straight. Then there's a gap.
Missing bricks.
Manipulators do that, but with buy orders.
So they're weakening the defenses, like setting a trap.
You got it. This hole is an open invitation for predatory algorithms.
Predatory algorithms. That sounds intense. What are those?
Think high-speed hunters, always looking for weaknesses. They see that hole, that's their chance.
Okay, so we've got their trap set. The hole is there. What do these predatory algorithms do?
They attack fast. Using market sell orders, they slam right into that hole. And because there's no buy orders to stop them,
Price goes down.
like a rock. That's when the manipulator makes their big move. The big wall.
Big wall. All right, you're making this sound ominous.
Imagine the price is falling, suddenly, bam, huge sell order appears right at the new low price.
So like anyone who wants to buy, they got to go through that wall.
Exactly. It's intimidation. Makes it look like tons of people want to sell.
Plays with people's emotions, right?
Of course. The average trader sees that. They panic. Oh no, everyone's selling. Got to get out now.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. But how do we know it's not a bluff? What if it's just some guy pretending?
That's the cool part of this research. They made 7 questions, 7 red flags to tell if it's real selling or manipulation.
Ooh, I like this. Hit me with those red flags. What's first?
Persistence. Does that wall just sit there or vanish quickly if it disappears fast?
Fake out.
Exactly. A real manipulator, they're committed. They'll hold that line.
They've got to have the guts to back it up.
And in this case, they did. The wall held strong.
Red flag number 1, check. What else?
Look at where the wall is. Does it move up or down as the price changes?
So if it's moving up closer to the action,
Yeah.
that's more aggressive.
Right, like they're chasing buyers. But here, the wall stayed put, below the price. Patient.
This is my price. Come and get it.
Exactly. Red flag 3 is about the size of the wall. Does it stay the same, grow, shrink?
If they're serious, make it as big and scary as possible, right?
And that's what they did. Wall got bigger over time.
Doubling down. Nobody wants to fight that.
Now, red flag 4. Look around the wall. Are people testing it? Placing small buy orders?
See if anyone's home?
Right. And yeah, there were some big buy orders hitting the wall.
So someone's trying to break it down. What happens then?
Red flag 5. Reloading. Every time the wall gets hit, do they fill it back up?
Means they've got deep pockets. They're serious.
Yeah. And that's what happened. Wall got hit, instantly refilled, even bigger sometimes.
Showing off. Okay, what's next? We're on a roll.
6 is about the effect on the rest of the order book. It's not just about that one wall.
They want to mess with everyone's heads.
Exactly. Create a domino effect. Even small cells will cause big moves now.
How do they do that? It's like they're sucking the life out of the market.
Yeah, they're manipulating the fuel itself. The buy orders. It's like, imagine a pool, right? They drain the water out. So even a little jump makes a huge T-splash.
Okay, I get it. Less liquidity, bigger moves.
Yeah.
But how do they even make buy orders disappear?
Some just vanish. Traders get spooked, pull their orders, don't want to risk it. Others, they shrink them. Like, okay, I'll buy a little, but not that much anymore.
Spreads the fear around.
Like wildfire, everyone thinks everyone else is selling, so they got to sell too.
And the manipulator's just sitting there loving it.
Exactly. That's red flag number 7, the grand finale. The cascade effect.
So does it work? Does their fake wall and all the scared buyers, does it actually cause a real sell-off?
That's the thing. It did. They created this perfect storm. Even small sell orders push the price down.
Because everyone else is already running for the exits.
It's human nature, right? No one wants to be the last one holding the bag.
So it's not even just the manipulator directly selling. They've rigged the whole game.
And that's what makes it so hard to spot. It looks like a natural move, but it's all orchestrated.
Wow. So let's say the prices crash. Manipulators got what they wanted. Do they just cash out?
Not so fast. They still got a profit. That's steps 8 through 10. Cleanup time.
Okay, how do they do that? They just buy low, sell high.
Basically, but sneakily, they start placing small buy orders below that big wall they made.
So it looks like the selling's done.
Exactly. People see those buys, they think, oh, bottom's in, time to buy.
Reverse psychology.
Right. And as the price goes up a bit,
Yeah.
the manipulator starts selling their original position. The big wall slowly disappears, but they're selling it to all the people they tricked into buying.
Double profit. Brutal. So what can our listeners do? How do you fight something like this?
Knowledge is power. You know these tactics now. Don't be fooled by big orders appearing and disappearing.
7 red flags. Everyone listening, go back, listen again, memorize those.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to just watch. Sometimes the best trade is no trade, especially if something feels off.
This was amazing. Seriously, eye-opening. Thank you for this.
Glad to be here. Stay safe out there, folks. Trade smart.